Hi, I'm Keith Raymond, Harvesting and Logistics Program Manager at Forest Growers Research. This presentation is about one of the first projects that got underway in the PGP Automation and Robotics program called Forestry Work in the Modern Age. The program is driven by a consortium of forestry companies and New Zealand machinery manufacturers and technology developers and the Ministry for Primary Industries. And it's aimed at automation and robotics across the forestry value chain. The main drivers of the program are to address the issues confronting the industry today, labour shortages that are constraining the growth of the industry. Automating part of a hauler operation means that we can operate a crew with fewer people, so we could split a crew into two and achieve the same production rate. Safety is also a major driver for innovation. We want to reduce workload and take people out of hazardous manual tasks. We also want to reduce the negative impacts on the environment and reduce operational costs. Automation will help us to operate more efficiently with smaller crews and less machinery. And we want to continue to mechanise our operations down the path towards automation. A survey in 2011 of the kinds of cable systems being used in New Zealand revealed that higher productivity systems such as grapples, either mechanical grapples or hydraulic grapple carriages, were not commonly used. Despite this, grapple yarding was known to be very productive, having no hook-on element in the work cycle and therefore shorter cycle times. Grapples don't require breaker outs and therefore are a lot safer to operate. So some of the FGR's harvesting objectives included to increase the use of grapples. To do this, it was necessary to identify and solve the barriers to the wider uptake of grapples. These were identified as their preferred use with swing yarders, capital cost and the risk of damage, the need for greater visibility by the operator, difficulty of operating a grapple yarder, and the need for a skilled operator, and greater skyline control required to raise and lower the grapple to load and unload. So we needed to explore options to solve these issues or barriers. Solutions were seen as a grapple that operates on a tower hauler, ground proximity sensing and collision avoidance, camera systems for better visibility for the operator, easier operation through joystick hand controls, and hydraulic control of the skyline. Looking at our current hauler operations, one of the challenges is to improve hauler grapples from dumb mechanical grapples to smart grapple carriages. This means converting a grapple carriage from a totally manual operated grapple to what we call a smart yarder grapple, incorporating elements of automation and a new hauler control system. The vision for the semi-autonomous hauler control project fits the PGP program vision of no boots on the ground, no hands on the log. With features such as automatic carriage return to the last breakout point, stem recognition where the grapple uses machine vision to identify the next load, automatic lowering of the skyline and positioning of the grapple on the stem, auto return to the landing, controlling skyline tension and ground clearance. This requires better hauler control systems to raise and lower the skyline by hydraulics rather than mechanical winches, and auto stop at the landing edge, lowering the skyline and landing the load. In September 2018, Lars Rosewarne of Rosewarne and May in Whangarei, developers of the remote-operated bulldozer winch assist system, approached Ryanair Matariki Forests and Hancock Forest Management with an idea to develop an automated grapple system for tower hauler logging. Matariki and Hancock were both keen to support the project as an industry-wide project. An initial project meeting was held with Rosewarne and May in November 2018, where the initial scope of work was proposed. FGR decided to allocate funding towards this development project as are closely aligned with the Smart Yada Grapple and a semi-autonomous hauler control project in the PGP program. The new automated Grapple project had a budget of 1.273 million that comprised design and build of the alpha prototype Grapple and hauler for 1.125 million, and that's made up of purchase of the hauler components and spare parts, design and build of the Grapple carriage and hauler cab, and initial testing. In year 2, there is a budget for an additional 148,000 for field trials, industry demo and commercialisation. The contribution of each of the partners in the project is roughly 20%. For Rosewarne and May, the 2 forestry companies together, and FGR. The balance of the project budget, 40%, is made up from MPI cash. The development of the automated Grapple system will eventually include the improved motorised Grapple carriage, hydraulic skyline control for the tower hauler, development of machine vision for the Grapple carriage, and commercialisation and deployment. Rosewarne and May will be responsible for all warranties once the product is commercialised. The intellectual property is all existing IP owned by Rosewarne and May. Design was completed in December 2018. The forest industry funding was gained over a period of 6 months, and a second-hand hauler was sourced in October of 2019. The completed Grapple and hauler control system will be owned by Rosewarne and May Limited and used as a swap machine for the next adopter contractor to use while their machine has been retrofitted. It was estimated that construction would take 12 months, but the COVID-19 shutdown has delayed progress. Construction began with replacing the electrical system and fitting a new air control system to the second-hand Thunderbird TTY70 tracked hauler. An update on the Yada construction. The Yada is now being painted and assembled, and once painting is complete, the tower will be fitted and ropes installed. A problem has been identified with a faulty hydraulic motor on the skyline drum, and that will be replaced under warranty. An update on the Grapple construction. Construction of the Grapple carriage is now complete and it's being assembled. Wiring for the remote control system is now being done, and completion is expected within 1 month. The next steps in the project: the hauler refurbishment will be completed later in October 2020. An RFP process is underway for STEM recognition, which will run from October through to December of 2020, and field testing will be undertaken from November 2020 through to February of next year.